The sCuberubi here, and today I have another episode of Better Brand for all of you guys. Today's episode is all about 2x2. I have about 7 other 2x2s, however they are not the speed 2x2s, so these are the 2x2s that you guys should be thinking about. I have the Wit2 V1, which I don't think is sold anymore, however they do have it on Rubik's, and I'll go over the price in a second. They have Diane 50mm, a Diane 46mm, a Moyu Ling Po, a Feng Shi Shi Shuang 50mm tiled, I have white and black, and also a 55mm stickered. So unfortunately, I cannot find the Diane box or the Wit2 V1 box. However, I do have the Feng Shi Shi Shuang box. Here's what it looks like a standard Feng Shi box. And then here I have the Moyu Ling Po box, which is a standard Moyu white box. So you can find the Wit2 V1 on rubik's.com for $13.99. You can find the Diane in both 50 and 46mm sizes on the cubicle.us for $16. You can find the Moyu Ling Po on the cubicle.us for $12, and the Feng Shi Shi Shuang 50 and 55mm sizes for both $14 on the cubicle.us. So again, all the other 2x2s such as Shangshao, Rubik's, Lan, Shangshao, those are all not great 2x2s, so I'm going to say right now those are definitely not the better brands. So just to keep this video a little bit shorter, I will not be going over those. So first, I'm going to talk about the Wit2 V1, the turning on this. The turning on this is extremely fast, it's very loud and very crunchy. The one thing I don't like about it is the noise. It gets kind of annoying after a few solves. So this compared to the Diane, which we'll go over in a second. So it's very fast, very crispy, and also very smooth once it starts turning. Compare that sound to that of the Diane, and you can tell that it is actually very loud, this puzzle. The Diane 2x2 is extremely smooth, extremely fast, both 46 and 50mm. And the only problem I have, I'll go over later with this puzzle. But it's extremely fast, extremely smooth. It was like a revolutionary 2x2 when it came out. Once this came out, everyone moved from Wit2 to Diane. So the 46 is great for those people with smaller hands. So all you young cubers with smaller hands, if these 2x2s are a little bit too big for you, then I'd recommend getting a small cube, such as the 46mm Diane 2x2, which is still very smooth, very fast, just like all the other Diane, the smaller Diane puzzles. Now on to the Moyu Ling Po. This puzzle is pretty much the Moyu Weilong of 2x2s. It's extremely fast. For me, it's even too fast. It's my backup, and I don't have my main with me because the cubologist still has it. But I do have other Shishuangs to show you guys, which happens to be my main. But just because it's my main doesn't mean it's the best 2x2. It still might be. You guys have to wait until the end. This puzzle is extremely fast. Not as loud as the Wit2 V1, but it still is a little bit loud. But the sound doesn't get annoying after a couple of solves. So now on the Shishuang, this turning is extremely smooth. For me, it's kind of like a mix between the Diane and the Wit2. Both sound-wise and turning-wise, it's very smooth, a little bit crispy. It's very fast, very controllable, and it is not the quietest. It's not as quiet as Diane, but it's not as loud as the Wit2. So the turning on the 55mm Shishuang is just like the smaller version, extremely fast, smooth, and controllable. It is better for people with bigger hands who thinks that these 50mm are too small. However, it is a lot louder than the Shishuang, as you can tell. So this one sounds the most like a Wit2 V1. The reason I do not have the Wit2 V2 is because that one just is not good. The Wit2 V1, everyone agrees, is the better Wit2. So the turning on this, again, is extremely smooth, fast, and controllable, just like the Shishuang. Now for corner cutting, I'm pretty sure all of these can do 45. Here's the Wit2 V1. You can cut a little bit over with some force and reverse. About there. Let's say half, or a little bit less than half a cube. For the Diane, corner cutting, it all depends on your tensions. On my other Diane 2x2, you can cut 45. Let me quickly grab that and show you guys. So on this one, you can easily cut 45. So it all just depends on the tensions. This is my looser one. I don't know why. Or this is my better lubed one. which is why I'm going over it. But I guess it all just depends on tensions. It can cut over 45 and reverse a little bit less than half a QB. So just like the Diane, it can also cut 45. This one takes a little bit of force, probably because of my tensions, and reverse corner cutting not so great on the smaller one. For the Moyuling Po, this can easily cut over 45, and reverse is about half a QB, if not a little bit more than half a QB. For the Fengshi Shishuang corner cutting, easily 45, over 45. It can go slightly over 45, about that much, and reverse is about that much, I think. Yes. For the 55mm Shishuang corner cutting, it's about there on mine. I'm sure if I loosen it, which I'm not even thinking it needs to be loosened, but I'm sure if I loosen it, it will corner cut at 45 in reverse. Now the mechanism on some 2x2s are very difficult to actually show, so I will not be showing that. But I can assure you that the mechanism on all of them is very good, except for on the Diane. Occasionally the corners will pop out, or at least on mine they do. But I've never experienced any pops on any other 2x2. For lockups, I don't really experience any of them on the WIT 2v1. I don't really get many solves on this because of the noise. I also have not experienced any lockups on the Diane 2x2s, the Moyuling Po, or the Shishuang. Occasionally on the 55, because of my tensions, the corner cutting, since the corner cutting isn't exactly 45, I guess sometimes it does lock up a little bit, or it feels a little bit sluggish, I guess. It doesn't really lock up, just it feels a lot more sluggish. Alright, so now I will go on to the shades of all the stickers and tiles, and also the sticker list on the WIT 2v1. The reason I'm not going over my black WIT 2v1 is because something's wrong with the core, and I really don't know what. I need to get a new core, but this puzzle's a little bit broken. But here are the stickers you would get with a WIT 2v1. Here is what you'd get on the sticker list. For Diane, I restickered it using my old color scheme, which I think was a yellow, a fluorescent yellow, a green, a red, a bright blue, or I think it's like a sky blue, and then a white. But if you weren't going to resticker it, these are the stickers you would get. I believe these are just standard Diane shades. For the Moyuling Po, I also did that same color scheme. So here are those stickers. They're holding up very well, except for blue. That part kind of started coming off, so I just peeled it off. For the Shishuang, I love the tiles because there's no chipping, no peeling. Here is the tiles on the white one. You get black tiles. And then on the black Shishuang 50mm tile, you get these tiles. So you get white instead of black. And then you get the yellow. For the 55, here are the stickers you would get. I'm not sure if they'll be coming out with a 50mm stickered, but I highly recommend the tiles if you were to get one of those. Here are the stickers you'd get if it was stickered. So now I'm just going to go ahead and scramble all of these and do one solve on each of them so you guys can see how they perform during a solve. Alright, so here we have a solve on the WIT 2v1. Now onto the Diane 50mm. Now onto the 46mm Diane. The Moyuling Po. I actually think that was the same solve as one of these. I guess hand scrambles aren't really that helpful. Now onto the Shishuang 50mm. Another Shishuang 50mm. And then onto the 55mm Shishuang. So there was a little bit of lockups on that one. So now on to my final thoughts for all of these puzzles. So I think the prices on all of these puzzles are great. I think the turning extremely fast and smooth on this puzzle. Corner cutting is fantastic. The only problem I have is the noise. The die-in, I don't like how sometimes I'll get pops and occasionally I'll get a lockup or two. I do like the speed though, definitely. It's a little bit too smooth for me though. Kind of like the Shang-Shao Aurora. 46, it's very small, a little bit too small for my liking. The Moyling Po, extremely fast. I absolutely love this one. And the corner cutting is fantastic on here as well. The Shishuang, it's my main. The Link Po is my backup. This puzzle is extremely smooth once lubed and tensioned correctly. If you lube it incorrectly, then, or if you don't lube it at all, it's not fantastic. But this puzzle is pretty good right out of the box, the Moyling Po. But once this is lubed, it is extremely smooth. Not as smooth as a die-in, which I would consider to be as smooth as a Shang-Shao Aurora, the 3x3s. But it is so extremely smooth, fast, and controllable, and corner cutting is fantastic. For 50, I get some lockup, so it's a little bit too big for me, and the noise is a little annoying too. So in my opinion, the better brand here is the Moyling Po. This is the cheapest 2x2 out of all of these speed 2x2s. It is $12 on the cubicle.us. It is extremely fast, and the Moyu Wei Long is one of the best 3x3s on the market, and I would compare this, I would say this is like the Moyu Wei Long of 2x2s. Extremely fast, extremely controllable. The only reason it's not my main is because it's a little bit too fast for my liking, but I know everybody seems to love the Wei Long, and I know that whenever someone asks me whether they should get the Link Po or the Shishuang, 99% of the time I will say the Link Po just to be safe because it is amazing, and the Shishuang isn't always amazing because out of the box not a lot of people like to lube it, and sometimes I lube it incorrectly. But this is great with or without lube. It's absolutely fantastic. Corner cutting is fantastic. I do most of my averages on this, especially since I don't have my main, which is a Shishuang, because the Cubeologist still has it. But Moyling Po, better brand, $12 on the cubicle.us. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Better Brand for the 2x2. Again, the better brand in my opinion was the Moyling Po for $12 on the cubicle.us. You can find the link in the description where you can buy that puzzle. Let me know in the comments below what better brand series you want to, or what better brand video you want to see next. I really want to do sCube, but I heard that Mefferts is making a speed sCube, and also Moyu is coming out with a new sCube. So I think it's good to safe to say that I think I'll wait until Moyu comes out with theirs, because Moyu has been coming out with some awesome puzzles, such as the Wei Long, the Li Ying, which is my main 3x3, this Ling Po. They've been just coming out with so many awesome puzzles. They even have a 6x6, 7x7, and 13x13, and a new 3x3 out called the Moyu Dian Ma. And I have that from Light Take, but they have not shipped it to me yet. So anyways, if you guys have any questions, feedback, or suggestions on how to improve this series, please let me know in the comments below. Please leave a like and read the description for the letter war winners. This video's letters are L and G. Read the description if you are confused about what these letters are for. Discounts and coupons can be found in the description as well. I hope you all enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Now on the 55.